the topic on proofs in Indian mathematics, so is covered in 3 parts. So, the first part was covered by Professor Srinivas, and the second part of proofs in Indian mathematics. So, I will be primarily discussing 2 topics. One is finding the volume of a sphere. So, how did Indians do? So, this is one topic which we will be discussing, and then this will be followed by an interesting discussion on cyclic quadrilaterals. So, cyclic quadrilaterals has been dealt with in great detail by Jyeshtha in his Yukti Bhasha. In fact, both the proofs that I am going to present so are from Yukti Bhasha. Before starting the discussion, I would just like to give you an overview wherein I want to introduce these terms which are not that familiar. So, one is this Jya Samvarga Nyaya. So, the term Jya has been introduced as sign. Okay. So, Samvarga is product. So, this has been repeatedly said Jya Samvarga, product of signs. Okay. So, this is one thing which we will be discussing, this is one theorem, and Jya Vargantara Nyaya, Jya Varga is sign square kind of a thing. So, Antara is difference. So, Jya Vargantara Nyaya refers to the difference in the squares of signs. So, basically, so there will be 2 important formulae that will be presented, and based on those formulae some very interesting results have been presented in cyclic quadrilateral. The results have been primarily to express the diagonals in terms of the sides as well as the area in terms of the sides. These are very interesting, as you will see. So, I will move on to the first topic, volume of a sphere. So, to find out the volume of a sphere, so what is done is primarily a sphere is taken and then it is sliced into n bits. Okay. So, you just think of the sphere of diameter d. So, what is done is you slice it into n bits of equal thickness, and so this is the first thing that one needs to conceive of. So, conceive of a sphere which is divided into n parts of equal thickness, n slices. Then the idea is to find out so the volume of this slice first. So, that is what is done. Then you just find out what is going to be the sum of this. So, this is the general principle that is adopted. Fine. So, sum up these elementary volumes of these slices which will give the volume of the sphere. So, this is the overall procedure. So, how do they do that? So, for doing so, you conceive of one slice and then divide that slice into half. So, then you just cut it into this kind of almost similar triangular kind of a thing. Fine. They are unfolded. So, you will have one piece like this and you will have the other piece. So, just insert them, and what you will be getting is primarily a rectangular kind of a figure. So, if the number of bits into which it is sliced is large, then you will almost have a rectangle. So, what is the area of this rectangular piece? So, area is half times the circumference into r prime. So, where r prime refers to this radius. So, why did I write r prime? So, in fact, this slice is of, if it is of significant thickness, so then you have to take the sort of average, so of the top and bottom, so and then that will be the r kind of a thing. Okay. So, that is why I am just to obtain the elementary volume. So, all that needs to be done is, so this C by R, so always they express, so C by R is basically today we know as 2 pi kind of a thing. Okay. So, if you want to relate, so you can keep it that way, but this is how they have been expressing. So, consider, see for instance, maybe in the next slide, see, so you have chopped off. So, let us see that this is what is the radius of the slice. Okay. So, that is what I am referring to as Bj. I use the notation B because they use bhuja. So, if you think of this, so OB is Karna and PB is bhuja. So, if you consider the triangle OPB, so then PB is bhuja, so that is basically the R sign. So, the circumference of this slice is C by R times this bhuja, and the area of this slice, so is half times, so then into Bj. Is this clear? So, this is what the area of the slice is. Then the elementary volume is obtained by simply multiplying this area into the thickness of it. So, then what do you do? So, you have to just sum up these elementary volumes. So, that gives you, so half of C by R into Bj square into delta. So, you have to find out Bj square in terms of radius, so that is all the problem is. So, if you look at this right hand side of this equation, so all that you have is, so C by R times delta. So, delta is 2R by n, so that is the thickness. So, you have to find an expression for Bj square. So, if Bj is also expressed in terms of R, then we will get an expression for volume, so in terms of R. So, for this we invoke this Jya-Shara Samvarga Nyaya, which we discussed while we discussed Aryabhatiya. So, basically we need to get an expression for Bj. So, recall this Nyaya, Vritte Shara Samvargaha Ardhajyavargaha Sakhalu Dhanushoho. So, this Ae is B, this bhuja. So, Ae square is equal to dE into Eb, fine. So, let us see this, what is this Eb? So, Eb, so in this problem, so since you have sort of sliced into various segments of equal thickness delta, so if this is the jth slice from this point n, so what you would have is Np. So, basically what you get is, so this Pb square is Np times Sp, right. Np plus Sp, so this basically turns out to be 2R, so that is fine. So, the other part Np, if you look at, so Np is equal to j times this and Sp is n minus j times the slice. So, when you want to sum up, so this as well as this will add up to the same, right. So, you here you will have, so Np square is 1 times delta plus 2 times, so you will have 2 times delta plus 3 times delta, so the whole square, and here it will be, so n minus 1, n minus 2, so basically they sum up to 1 and the same thing. So, what we have is, so this Bj square, so n times 2R square. So, if you look at this expression, so you are going to sum up from j is equal to 1 to n. No, that I am just saying, so if you have to think of this R prime, so you have to just take the mean value, so that is why I just said. So, if you think of infinitesimal sort of thickness, then I think we can just use it as R. So, here, so Bj square is made up of two parts, so n times 2R square. So, since I is 1 to n, so you will have n times this contribution, so n times 2R square, and this basically reduces to 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus n square, fine. This sum in fact maybe will be discussed by Professor Srinivas in his third lecture. So, Kerala mathematicians have discussed, so the sum of all powers of n for large n. So, in fact, it is a very important result in arriving at the infinite series for various expressions, trigonometric functions as well as for pi. So, this summation of 1 square plus 2 square plus and so on n square. So, for large n, so it goes as n cube by 3. So, this result was known, and once you plug it in, so what you will have is 4R cube minus 8 by 3 R cube, and this will turn out to be 4 by 3 pi r cube as we understand today. So, there is a very neat proof which has been presented by Jeshtadeva in his Yukti Bhasha. So, now I move on to the topic of cyclic quadrilateral. So, before we take up the cyclic quadrilateral and the results, some interesting results. So, I want to present certain important theorems, so which will be frequently invoked in trying to prove the result. So, these results are general results which have to do with the chords in circle. So, it has nothing to do with specifically the cyclic quadrilateral. So, any chord you just consider in circle. So, these results will be applicable, and any segment obviously in a cyclic quadrilateral is going to be conceived as a chord. So, that is why we are interested in the results in chord. So, why are we interested? So, this is precisely the reason. So, since all the 4 segments are going to be chords, so if you know these results, then you can so easily invoke these results to prove certain things with reference to cyclic quadrilateral. So, in this figure, so conceive of this triangle ADC. So, this simple relation AD square minus DC square is equal to AM square minus MC square. So, this is obtained by dropping this perpendicular DM in this triangle ADC. So, DM square, so is basically AD square minus AM square, and this is also equal to CD square minus MC square. So, and therefore, you get this result straight away, equation 6. Fine. So, in other words, so if you had seen earlier the discussion on abadhantara. So, basically this 2 segments AM and MC are called as abadhas. So, what you have is, so this AD and DC are jyas, fine. AD and DC are 2 jyas, so chords, full chords. So, AD square minus DC square is jya vargantara. So, the difference in the vargas of the jyas, so that is equal to the difference in the abadhas. Okay. So, this is one result which will be used in various applications. So, that is why I just wanted to mention this. So, this result has to be kept in mind. So, this has nothing to do with the cyclic quadrilateral, this has to do with the chords. Okay. So, the difference in the jyas was square of the jyas is equal to the difference in the abadhas. Now, we are going to rewrite this equation to arrive at some other interesting result. So, AD square minus DC square is AM square minus MC square. So, you write it this way. So, AM plus MC into AM minus MC. This AM plus MC is jya of the sum of the 2 arcs. Now, we will speak in terms of arcs. So, this AD and DC are 2 arcs. So, you can, this is chord, and if you move this way, this is arc. So, I use the notation C for arc because chapa, understand. So, AD, the arc AD is denoted by C1 and arc DC is denoted by C2. So, this AD is jya. So, we use the notation J for that. So, AD square minus DC square is jya 1 square minus jya 2 square. So, this is a very important result which we will be very frequently using in a derivation which we will be dealing with soon. So, the difference in the squares of the jyas is equal to, so C1 plus C2, see AM plus MC. So, jya of C1 plus C2 into jya of C1 minus C2. So, this is a result. So, and this we refer to as chapadvaya yoga viyoga jya samvargaha. So, the difference in the squares of the jyas So, is equal to, so jaw of C1 plus C2 into jaw of C1 minus C2. So, this another result, so which actually can also be shown is the following. This is, say, the previous result has to do with the jya varga, okay. So, jya vargantara. So, this result is jya samvarga. So, this is product of two jyas. So, these jyas will basically form the segments of the cyclic quadrilateral. So, that is why we have this results in place. So, before we move on to this. So, this of course, one can prove this. So, this is not very difficult to see, so but I will skip the proof of this, but you can see that. So, in some sense, so this is sort of related to this itself, you can see that, see jya product of jyas, okay. So, is jya square difference, and here also what we do is, so jya varga, and if time permits maybe I will just prove this towards the end. So, this is jya vargantara. So, the difference in the squares of the two jyas. So, product of J1 J2 is this result. So, jya samvarga, so is, so this chapadvaya C1 plus C2 divided by 2 and C1 minus C2. See, in fact, so these results might have been taught even in schools. So, you can see that they are very close to the results which we generally study. So, sine of CD, see C plus D by 2 and C minus D by 2, right. So, sine square C minus sine square D. So, this is what it is. So, this is what it is done. So, this is a standard result, so which is very important, so which we will be making use of in trying to prove some other interesting results for getting the expression for the diagonals in terms of the sides and so on. So, these are the two results, so which are well known in some other terminology as we. So, here basically jya is the sine and chapa is, so we use theta and here they use chapa, arc length, okay. So, that is the difference. So, these are two known results. So, from this result an interesting way to obtain sine table has also been presented by Shankaravariyar in his commentary on Leelavati, which is called Kriyakramakari. So, while he discusses the cyclic quadrilateral, so after doing that, so he presents, so we just recall this. So, sine of C into sine of D is this. So, this is written as jya samvarga is equal to this. So, let us keep this, so in more familiar form. So, if we put theta 1 is n plus 1 into theta and theta 2 is equal to n minus 1 into theta in the above equation, then it readily simplifies into this form. So, sine of n plus 1 into theta. So, if you look at this equation, so if you know the previous value, then you will be able to immediately get the next value of the sine. So, asya upayogaha, so that is what he says in constructing the sine table, okay. So, this is one way of doing, and this has been stated in this verse by Shankaravariyar. See, tattajya vargam. So, tattajya refers to some sine of n theta. So, tattajya, so that particular jya, varga is square. So, tattajya vargam adyajya varga heenam. So, heenam is removed. So, tattajya vargam adyajya varga heenam haret. Haret means you divide. Divide by what? So there is a mistake here. Asanna adhastha shinjinya. So, adhastha shinjinya, shinjini also refers to this jya, Adhastha means one below this. So, if you consider n sine of n theta, so n minus 1 times theta, so is the so that will be the divisor, and what you get is labdha syat uttarottara. So, you will basically get the successive jyas. So, if you know the value of sin theta, then you will be able to get the entire sine table constructed using this. Okay. So, cyclic quadrilateral. In fact, yesterday someone was asking, so what do you mean by third diagonal of a cyclic quadrilateral? After all, when you have a 4-sided figure, you can have 2 diagonals. So, we will introduce that now. So, ABCD is the cyclic quadrilateral, and so as before, so we will have this AB is the first side, which I will denote as J1. So, BC is J2, so CD is J3, and this is DA is J4. So, the corresponding chords, so these are the arcs, sorry ABCD, these are all basically the jyas, they are the chords, say form the segments of the cyclic quadrilateral. So, the arcs AB, BC, CD, and they are denoted as C1, C2, C3, C4, the chapas, and DB is a diagonal, AC is a diagonal. So, these two diagonals we denote as K1 and K2, fine. Now, I choose a point G such that BC is equal to AG. I choose the point G such that the arc length BC is equal to arc length AG. So, which basically amounts to swapping two sides. So, this B is transported to this point. So, if you move this B to this, then basically the segments, the length of the segment will interchange, right. So, in doing this, so suppose you think of AG instead of B, so AG, C and D, this will be the new quadrilateral, but this is basically of the same area. So, this will not have anything different. So, all that we have done is swapping. In fact, the expression for area of the quadrilateral will be in terms of this diagonals. So, diagonals we denote as K1, K2, K3. Any kind of swapping can be done, any segment can be swapped. So, you can think of transporting this to other side, other to this side. So, you do anything. So, one diagonal will remain invariant, the other diagonal will change. So, this third diagonal will be referred to as bhavikarna in the text, right. So, this DG that you obtain is the third diagonal. So, by interchanging the sides, so either you swap or you just take it up opposite, whatever you do. So, whatever you get is the third diagonal, and this is generally referred to as bhavikarna. So, the karnas K1, K2 and K3 are referred to as, one is Ishtakarna, so other is Itarakarna, and then the third is called Bhavikarna. Any kind of change that you do, so you will get this diagonal as the third diagonal, the length will be the same. So, this much has to be clear. Now, Bhavikarna is a namatasya. So, when you interchange the sides, so one diagonal will be invariant, the other diagonal that you get is Bhavi. Bhavi means that will come. So, it will come in the sense of after interchange whatever you get is what is referred to as Bhavikarna, fine. So, the result that we are going to prove is just summarized in this slide. So, I will start working on the board in fact. So, Ishtakarna is the chosen diagonal, or you can call it first diagonal. So, Itarakarna you call it second diagonal, So, given a certain quadrilateral figure, and the third which is obtained by swapping the sides is referred to as Bhavikarna. So, what are we going to prove? So, in fact, this has been nicely stated. So, Ishtakarna into Bhavikarna, so is Ishtakarnashrita Bhujaghataikhyam. As you can see in the right hand side, what you got is the product of two karnas, the product of two diagonals. In the left hand side is Karna Ashrita. So, given a certain Karna, see, you can imagine this way. So, suppose I choose this diagonal DB. So, the end points of this Karna are tagged to two segments. So, this end point to 2, the other end point to other 2. So, what it says is, so Ishtakarna Ashrita Bhuja Ghata Aikyam. So, Bhuja is side, Ghata is product, Aikyam is sum. So, in this diagram, so what does it mean? So, DB is Ishtakarna, so which we call it as K1 denote. So, this Karnashrita bhujas are AB. So, AB and BC are the bhujas sides attached to one end of this Karna. The other two are AD and CD are the other two sides attached to K1. So, all that it says is Ishtakarnashrita Bhujaghataikhyam. So, is J1 J2. So, Bhujaghata is product and J3 J4 the sum of them. So, Karnashrita Bhujaghata, so both of them Aikyam is add. So, this is equal to K1 into K3. So, that is this is Ishtakarna and this is Bhavikarna. So, what you see is, so the product of two Karnas have been expressed as the sum of the product of the sides. So, Ishtakarnashrita Bhujaghataikhyam, so is Ishtakarna into Bhavikarna. So, similarly, Itarakarnashrita Bhujaghataikhyam will be Itarakarna into Bhavikarna. So, if you look at this diagram, so Itarakarna is AC. So, AC is Itarakarna. So, there the product is, so J1 J4 plus J2 J3 and this will be equal to K2 into K3. So, you can easily write the third one. So, it is Bhuja Pratibhuja Ghataikyam. So, take the opposite sides. So, J1 J3 plus J2 J4. So, this is K1 times K2. So, these are the three results that we will be very quickly deriving now. So, this is what is stated. The overall principle is, so if you think of these two equations, so you can take a product of these two and then you will be able to see that you get K1 square and K1 square into K2 K3 will be there. So, K2 K3 you can once again express in terms of the sides. So, you will be able to get expression for each of these Karnas purely in terms of the sides of the cyclic quadrilateral. So, they prove it very simple nice proof, and this proof is just based on the two relations which I stated before. So, I will just work it out. So, let us see this relation. So, J1 J2 Ja of C1 plus C2 by 2 the whole square minus Ja of C1 minus C2 by 2. So, this is one relation, and similarly, so I write J3 J4 Ja of C3 plus C4 by 2 . So, the text actually said the sum of the products of the jaws is equal to the product of the Karnas. So, this is what we have to just prove. So, let us have the diagram in front of us. If you look at this, so what you are basically looking at is this section. So, this AD is J4 and AB is J1. Okay. You consider the triangle HAI. I will explain what these points I and H are. This point I is chosen such that, so it is at the center of GB. So, which essentially means this point I is basically the center point of the two arcs. So, C1 and C2, right. Similarly, on the other side you choose point H such that it is the center of this ADC. So, you divide this into the two things. So, cut across this diagonal AC. So, the center point is AI and the center point is H. So, this center essentially means, so AI is equal to C1 plus C2 by 2. So, similarly AH is equal to C3 plus C4 by 2. So, this is clear now. Now, consider this triangle. So, obviously HI is going to be the diameter. So, since the center of this point and the center of this is chosen, any line drawn is going to be the diameter of this circle. So, this HI passes through the center of this circle. Now, consider the triangle HAI. HA square plus AI square is obviously this is that. So, consider before I add this, I just wanted to have this result in place so that you can just see immediately what we want to have. Consider the triangle HAI. So, we have HA square plus AI square is equal to HI square, which is equal to D square. So, what is this HA and what AI are? So, HA can be written as Ja of C3 plus C4 plus Ja of C1 plus C2 by 2. the whole square, this is equal to d square. So, now we have these two expressions wherein this occurs, right. So, when I add these two, so this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. So, using 3 in 1 and 2, so we have J1 J2 plus J3 J4 is equal to d square minus ja of C3 minus C4 by 2 minus ja of C1 minus C2 . Now, we are going to consider one more triangle. So, we are going to express, so d square, so minus this. So, I want to sort of eliminate, so that is why I am just going to use this. So, d square minus the difference in the ja C3 C4. Let us consider this triangle HDI, HDI. Okay. So, this is obviously a right angle triangle. So, what is HD? HD is ja of C3 minus C4. So, this is AH is sum of this and DH is the difference of the arcs. So, C3 minus C4 by 2 the ja. So, this if you consider the triangle HDI, obviously it is a right angle triangle. So, this d square minus ja of C3 minus C4 square, so that is going to be di square. So, this gets eliminated. So, these two, so they get eliminated with di square and this ja of C1 minus C2, so this can be conceived of gi square. So, we have J1 J2 plus J3 J4 is equal to di square minus, that is all we have more or less proved. So, now you invoke the other nyaya. See we have J1 square minus J2 square. So, they are basically chords. So, di and gi are basically chords. So, all that it says is the difference in the chord square can be expressed as the sum, a product of two jaws which actually sum up the arcs, right. So, I will just write it as, so ja of di plus gi into ja of di minus gi. So, once again we will go to the figure. So, di plus gi, so di plus gi. So, this gi is same as bi, so that is the midpoint, and therefore, what I have is, so the ja corresponding to the arc, so di plus bi, so which is nothing but db. So, which is one of the diagonals K2. So, this is K2 and you can see what the other is going to be. So, this is di minus gi. So, this is basically dg, which is the third karna, bhavi karna K3. So, that thus you have seen that the sum of the product of the sides, so is basically the product of the diagonals. So, this will be true of all other karnas. So, and therefore, so we have shown this particular case Ishta karna into bhavi karna is this Karnashrita, and one can show that in a similar way that this is going to be the product of the other sides. So, Itara Karnashrita Bhujaghataikyam will be K1 times, so this is K2 Itara Karna into Bhavi Karna K3, fine. So, we can just write it down, and so Itara Karna, so in the diagram, so Itara Karna is AC. So, this Bhujaghataikyam, so this is going to be J1 and J2. So for this Karna at the point A, these two are tied up, and here these two are tied up. So, it is J1 J4 plus J2 J3. So, J1 J4 plus J2 J3 is equal to, and this is so this will be, so Itara Karnashrita Bhujaghataikyam. So, I think this should be K1. So, I made a mistake. So, this is K2 into K3. So, that was basically K1. So, K1, so this is K2 into K3. So, you can see. So, once you have this, so then, so if you take a product of these two, you get K3 square, and K1 K2 you have an expression. So, you will be able to get all the products. So, each of these Karnas can be expressed in terms of the Jyas, so sides of the cyclic quadrilateral. Now, the other result. So, making use of them, we express the diagonals purely in terms of the sides. Then, so we can express the area of the cyclic quadrilateral also in terms of Karnas. So, Karnas can be expressed in terms of sides, so and areas can be expressed in terms of Karna, so which itself. So, you can see that the expression for area can also be expressed in terms of the sides of this quadrilateral. This is also nicely proved. So, the area of this cyclic quadrilateral can be conceived of as the sum of the areas of the two triangles DAB and BCD. So, this is half times, so area of the quadrilateral is equal to area of triangle A, so DAB plus area of triangle, so DCB, yeah. So, this is, so half times, so DB, so is K1, okay. So, that is Karna 1. So, half times base into height. So, height is the perpendicular to be dropped from. So, suppose there is a point. So, you drop a perpendicular from this point and let this meet at say M, okay. So, this is, so AM, where M is the foot of the perpendicular on K1, and plus half times again K1 into, suppose you drop a perpendicular from C to AB K1, so let it be N, okay. So, Cn. So, this is what we have. So, this is half of K1 into AM plus Cn. So, this AM, so is, so this result, so we know that the product of the sides of the triangle, so divided by the circumdiameter gives the altitude. So, AM and BN are basically the altitudes, and we use this result. So, the product of these two sides, so in this case, so suppose you had dropped a perpendicular from A to M, so the two sides are So, J1 and J4. So, this is half K1 into, so J1 J4 by D plus the other two, so J2 J3 by D. So, this is half 1 by 2D times, see J1 J2 and J2 J3, see, so J1 J2 and J2 J3, so this, are you right? So, sorry, AM is this, no, J1 J4, this should be, so this should be, so J1 J4 and J2 J3. So, this J1 J4, so this is Itara Karna, so Itara Karna Sheta, so this is Itara Karna, and so therefore what you will have is, so this is basically, so K1 K2 into K3. So, this will be J1 J4 plus J2 J3 is K2 into K3. So, therefore, area is the product of the 3 diagonals divided by the circumdiameter of the cyclic quadrilateral. These are interesting results that have been presented. So, in a very simple manner, and this is just obtained from the 2 Nyayas. So, one is the product of the jaws and the other is the difference of the squares. So, this is in terms of the cyclic quadrilateral, and there is also other discussion on this formula. So, root of S minus A into S minus B S minus C, that is also discussed in this Yukti Bhasha, which has been discussed in other texts also. So, thank you. So, with this we can